We didn't meet him when we first came out. We didn't meet Frank. We met Frank on tour. We met Frank for the first time. He took us to Virginia Beach. And, you know, it was segregated at that time. And Frank took us to Virginia Beach. Can you imagine? This was almost like an all-white audience. And these 5 black guys with no band opening for Frank Zappa. That was wild in itself. And we opened the show singing the Lord's Prayer. We opened with the Lord's Prayer. Can you imagine Frank Zappa crowd? And we said, Frank opened the show. I used to have a job and I was doing fairly well. Depression came along and everybody started to hear where to go, the good old days and all the crap you said. I'm in hot plate heaven at the Green Hotel. And we came out and we said, Our Father, which art in heaven. And Frank, the people said, are you kidding? And because of the contrast, the crowd went wow. And that just opened the door. Frank took us in his hands and took us around. From there, we went to open for Frank at Carnegie Hall. You know, when I used to go on the stage, when Frank used to be on the stage, I would watch him and rehearsal. And I was a bit nervous to just approach him, you know, because, you know, if you look at Frank, you look like he was smoked up, and I've come to find out he didn't even smoke, you know. He didn't look, but because, you know, the way he looked, you know. And so I was on stage one night and we were rehearsing, and he came over to me and he said, Jerry, how you doing? And I said, fine. I never had said nothing to him. He said, let me ask you something. You like traveling with us? I said, look, man, I said, this is one of the highlights of my life. You know, I said, because it's all different. You know, this is different, you know. And I said, can I ask you a question? He said, what? I said, that skinny chicken, what's that about? What's the skinny chicken? He said, what does it mean to you? And I said, it don't mean shit to me. I said, like, it's a fucking skinny chicken. I mean, I don't even understand it. He said, that's it. He said, that's what it means. Whatever it means to you is whatever it means to anybody. If they see that skinny chicken, whatever it means to you, you know, that's what it means. Rip, he gave me something like 100 songs. And he told me to listen to all of the songs. And I listened to all of the songs and I picked out 15. And it was wow. I mean, it was wow. And the thing that was so wild about it is that, the lyrics, you know, I mean, we're talking about yellow snow, you know? I said, what is yellow snow? and I come to find out that you could say this guy was crazy, but he was brilliant.
Boom, 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 boom. Some take the Bible for what it's worth when it says that the meek shall inherit the earth. Well, I heard that some sheep has bought New Jersey last week, and you suckers ain't getting nothing. Boom, 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 boom. Is Hari Rama really wrong when you wander around with a napkin on, with a bell on a stick, and your hair is all gone? The geek shall inherit nothing.
When we finished the album, Rip Rance, he called me. I was in Florida. He said, Jerry, he said, I'm playing it. He was playing it because I hadn't heard it. I hadn't heard the finished product. And he played it for me over the phone. And he said, Frank is listening to it too. And I said, what do you mean? He said, I'm at the gravesite. He said, I'm playing this for you and Frank. at the same time. So he played that for Frank, and he played it for me. The first time I heard it after doing it, after it was finished and mixed, I heard it for the first time over the phone, and I listened to it with Frank. That's how heavy that was. Yeah.